Hello guys, welcome back to Comic Corner. And if you guys guessed right last week, it's obviously Secret War. So keep it down. We're going to be reviewing Secret War. So don't tell any DC fanboys or anybody. Okay guys, let's jump into it. Alright guys, welcome to Secret War. This event took place in 2004, written by Brian Michael Bendis. And he's done a lot of other great books like House of M, Ultimate Spider-Man with Peter Parker, and Miles Morales' Ultimate Spider-Man. I think he's ultimately a decent writer. Actually, I think he's a great writer when it comes to Spider-Man. I also have to mention that the art is phenomenal. It's also like Picasso-inspired, very painting-like-esque art. It's kind of unique in its own fashion, and it really corresponds well with the story. It's drawn magnificently. You'll see battles, large battles that come off as in a splash page. You'll see Captain America fighting Doc Ock, Thing versus the other high-tech drones and all that. It's really awesome, and that's one of the other reasons you should pick up this book. So the comic starts off with, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. They're walking home. And, these thugs, these kind of like ratty-ass little kids approach him on the street. And, Luke Cage kind of intimidates them and they back off. But as they walk upstairs, this book kind of starts off as like a prologue. And we see Luke Cage get attacked by this unknown, anonymous type villain. Who's like a high-tech, unknown villain that I haven't seen. And it's kind of like an anonymous threat. And the whole house implodes. And we wake up, and Luke Cage is in the hospital, badly injured. Jessica Jones is there, and Luke Cage is internally injured. And it's impossible for the doctors to fix him since his skin is impenetrable. So, now we see these heroes getting attacked by high-tech villains. And then we do a flashback to what happened. Is basically Lucia von Barton, who's the Prime Minister of Latveria. She has hired this guy named the Tinkerer. Now, if you don't know who the Tinkerer is, he's this old school Spider-Man villain from the 60s in the Stan Lee and Steve Ditko era. And what he does is he creates weapons for supervillains. So what happens is Lucia von Barton sends these high-tech villains to the U.S. to threaten and attack heroes. And these are basically acts of terrorism, and Nick Fury, they need to put a stop to this. So they get a hold of a team, and it's not the Avengers, it's a team of Captain America, Wolverine, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Spider-Man, Black Widow, and Quake. Now Quake's introduced in the storyline. She's kind of like the Deus Ex Machina of the story. And in a way, she kind of progresses the plot, and she's like the ultimate hero who ends up ultimately defeating Lucia von Barton. But Quake, her power is basically causing earthquakes. It's kind of ironic how her name is like that. But she can like cause earthquakes inside your head. She can make you implode if she wanted to. And so she's kind of a major role in this. And when they go on this secret mission to, primarily take out Lucia von Barton, they have these cool black special ops suits. It's really awesome. And when they get there, they essentially kill her. Quotation marks. But they destroy all the high-tech villains. And she's essentially dead. And the heroes were not okay with this. So what Nick Fury does is he brainwashes her. He brainwashes his heroes from forgetting that event happened because they weren't okay with killing, because they're the lighthearted heroes. They don't kill. So he brainwashes them into thinking this event never happened. So 1 year later, on the anniversary of the death of Lucia von Barton, high-tech villains from nowhere start coming in, again, on the anniversary, and they start getting attacked. And the heroes don't know what's going on because they're brainwashed. So it basically comes to this conclusion that when they get attacked altogether, Lucia von Barton is back, and she's kind of like modified, robotic-like, like basically, like technology's kind of kept her alive. Like she's half robotic, and the heroes, after they defeated Lucia von Barton and the high-tech villains, Lucia von Barton dies because Quake causes an earthquake inside of Lucia von Barton's head, and it explodes. So I thought that was like freaking awesome. But anyways, at the end, by the way, when you're going through this whole book, you don't find out what happened, like why are they brainwashed or how come they killed them, till the end when Nick Fury explains everything in dialogue. So when Nick Fury explains everything about what happened, Wolverine, since he has like the tendency in his past to be brainwashed, with the adamantium and stuff like that, he lashes out in rage, ends up stabbing Nick Fury, killing him, but we find out it was actually a life model decoy. But Nick Fury plays this huge role in it too. But in the end of the book, we see that Quake, Daisy Johnson, has become a member of S.H.I.E.L.D., and she's kind of like upping the ranks. She's up there with Black Widow and everything. But I honestly think it was a cool book. It's kind of like an espionage, type like S.H.I.E.L.D. secrets that happen, and they have like really cool suits and everything. Awesome book. Definitely recommend it. It's 5 issues. You can pick it up in trade paperback at your local comic shop or on Amazon for like $15. So definitely recommend this. Pick it up. Peace out, guys.